Hello and welcome. Yesterday, the euro-dollar pair was trading within the sideways channel where several good signals were formed to buy the pair near the level of 1.1294. Earlier, I mentioned that a false breakout of this level in the first and the second half of the day would create great buying opportunities. As a result, the euro advanced by 40 and 20 pips respectively. The macroeconomic data from the eurozone supported the European currency. Thus, CPI rose in December and German factory orders were also higher. As for the US, the data on initial jobless claims showed that the indicator was slightly up, although the overall picture remains favorable. Also, business activity in the US services sector declined, thus limiting the US dollar upside potential. Today, traders may take notice of consumer spending data in France and in the unemployment rate in Italy. Besides, the Eurozone Consumer Price Index for the December and the data on retail sales will be released today as well. Yet, retail sales for November are unlikely to have any influence on the market. Instead, traders should pay more attention in the inflation report. In case its pace of growth slows down, the euro will come under pressure, but this scenario is very unlikely. As for the US dollar, it may receive support from the US labor market in case the unemployment rate declines. What is more, the recent minutes from the Fed's December meeting confirmed the plans to tighten monetary policy. So, if the unemployment data is robust, the US central bank is likely to accelerate the pace of policy tightening. Therefore, a lower unemployment rate is definitely a bullish factor for the greenback. As for the technical point outlook, the pair is still trapped in the sideways channel, so it's better to consider opening short position after a false breakout at the level of 1.1317 or 1.1344 and after a pullback from 1.1375. Bears will need to break through and consolidate below 1.1287. Testing of this level will create a good entry point for short positions, and the price may then drop to 1.1265. Positive data from the US may bring the dollar back to 1.1248 or even to 1.1224. In the figures from the US labor market come in line with the forecast. Then a false breakout at 1.1287 will create a good buying signal. I recommend buying the euro right after a rebound at 1.1248. In a different scenario, the quote may hit the level of 1.1317, where a good entry point for long position will be formed. Then the price may return to 1.1344 and 1.1375. Speaking of the British pound, it spent this session in the flat channel yesterday. There were several attempts to leave this channel and more above 1.3556, but they all failed. Bulls form a new level of support at 1.3522, which we should keep in mind today. A breakout and consolidation above 1.3556 will generate a buy signal with a target at 1.3595. The upside potential is seen up to the level of 1.3649. A false breakout at 1.3556 will support the bearish buyers and a sell signal will appear. In this case, the next target for bears will be the level of 1.3522. Consolidation below this mark will push the pound lower towards 1.3492 and will open the way to 1.3461. At this level, you can consider buying the pair on a rebound, keeping in mind a possible correction of 20-25 pips within the day. I recommend opening a long position from the level of 1.3492 only if there's a false breakout. That is all for today and good luck.